King of the Pit TV. Stranger in the Alps is what we're listening to by Phoebe Bridgers. This is track number 2 entitled Motion Sickness. Let's jump in. Little more movement to this one. A good polarization from the last track. Let me tell you some songwriting inside knowledge, yeah? As far as pop music and correct songwriting is concerned, i.e. what the writers of pop do, okay? The mainstream music you listen to, yeah? Only a lady can get away with this introductory line. Pay attention. I hate you for what you did, alright? Don't get me wrong, anyone can write whatever they want in a creative sense, okay? But as far as mainstream pop writing is concerned, you're not gonna hear any men having successful songs or having songs written for them by co-writers that start like that, okay? Because this lady, Phoebe Bridgers, I'm not going to say why or why not she writes, because she writes for her own particular reason and she'll have her own story. But to put the bottom line, right? I don't make these rules. This is the foundation of at least what pop writing used to be. Let's call it up to a decade ago, all right? I'm not plugged in 2026. But you're taught by the professionals. Like I said, this isn't my opinion, so don't cast judgment on me. This is what the professionals do. The songwriters behind the scenes, they write for women. They don't write for men. When you hear these love songs and blah blah blah, the woman can't do no wrong. You're not going to hear Ed Sheeran talking about I hate you for what you did. You're not going to hear John Mayer, I hate you for what you did. You're not going to hear One Direction, I hate you for what you did, right? But when it comes to ladies, we're more than happy to write about I'm going to set your house on fire, which is what we had in blasting in the radio over and over for like a minute a couple years back, which is crazy because it's like a man can't write a song like that, okay? Why is that? Well, follow the money. Supposedly, women are the market because women invest the most money, and men follow the women and invest the money on behalf of the women. So if you please the women, you get the best of both worlds, right? That's songwriting on a upper echelon psychological scale, and we can go into the psychology of songwriting and how you write in a particular way and how it affects the people, because me as a listener, I don't want to hear this lady talking about how she hates me. But ladies who listen to this are going to be like, fucking go on. You're speaking for me. I've been screwed over by this guy, and this guy, my love interest, who's given me no attention. It's as if you know who I am. And isn't that deep? And she goes on to say, and I miss you like a little kid. There we go, and we're regressive, do you know? Not going to go into the Freudian psychology of that one, but... I faked it every time, but that's alright. I can hardly feel anything. Here we go. I can't really be the only one here. That quiz about insecurities and trauma. This song brings me unspeakable comfort. This is great songwriting because it correlates with the collective consciousness of the people here, a particular group. 3 years after discovering Phoebe, this particular song still hits the core of my once innocent teenage self. Thank you. Great writing. That's a great line. I have emotional motion sickness. This is a great sound. This is, to me, better than Smoke Signals. Just down to the soundscape, down to the harmony that's created with the big, nice... Is it a synth chord? Yeah, the synthesizers in the background creates just a more fleshed out atmosphere without detracting from the lyrical content, you know? We're not giving too much highlight to the drums there, you know what I mean? Even though we got a nice big build up on the drums, we're just like, we can't have this powerhouse drummer detract from the main focal point of the act, which is the vocal line. That was Motion Sickness. Yeah, that was a good tune. That was a good tune. It was a nice sound. And it definitely progresses from track number 1. We got Funeral, track 3, coming up next. See you there.